on, guys? Welcome back to another portfolio update. Wow, what another amazing week in the Nasdaq. Semiconductor stocks have just been skyrocketing. AMD, Intel, we've even seen it from Nvidia just going, through the roof. So, unfortunately, I think I have missed the boat. I probably should have bought some Intel when they first announced the Terafab project with Tesla, because that was all before, earnings, and then their announcement with Apple. So, yeah, missed the boat on Intel. I'd say I missed the boat on AMD. Some would argue that long term, there's still loads of growth, but I would argue that there's better opportunities in the market. For example, Tesla. There's still so much growth in Tesla, especially with the build out of, full self driving, robo taxis. So yeah, I'm still really bullish on Tesla. I know the last video earnings were a bit of disappointment, not because I'm not bullish on the company, but because it seems like this year isn't going to be the breakout year. It's going to be next year, and we're really going to start seeing some, great gains. And not saying that Tesla couldn't, achieve like 20-40% returns this year, but yeah, if it's the year it's going to go 100, 200 percent, maybe next year or 2028. So yeah, anyway, let's go straight into the portfolio. So my Tesla position, largest position, I'm up 50.84%. Now, what was my total position? £155,000, up £52,000. That has, been crazy over the past week. We're up 10% over the past week. When you're looking at numbers, that big, it's just 10%. It's 10% increase is just like £15,000. So yeah, I think the last portfolio update, I was 140,000. Now I'm 161,000. So yeah, it's big changes. If you go into my relatively new position, well, it's not new. I have held IRN for about about 3 months. I did start my position in August. So it's about 6 months ago. Where I started. August, September time. But yeah, it was a very small position. I did double down. I put £1,500 of new money into this ISA. And I also sold my Microsoft position. Not because I don't think Microsoft's a great company, but when I'm in my ISA and I need to maximize the tax-free, the fact that all gains are tax-free. So I'd rather be in higher growth conviction plays rather than, lower growth. Microsoft still be great, but I'm going to be buying Microsoft in my invest account, and then just having companies like IRN, Nebius, Robinhood, companies that could double. I'm going to keep those for my ISA, and then the Microsofts, which only might do 20-40%. I know it's still good, but yeah, when I've got limited capital gains allowance, I thought that it's best there. So yeah, since pretty much doubling down on IRN, going from 50 shares to 95 shares, literally about a week ago, it's up 33% in the past week. So my position as a whole up 29.3%, up £95. Now they've just announced a strategic partnership with Nvidia. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. On the surface, it's good, and the fact that Nvidia saying in the future they if they want to continue partnering with IRN, they have to pay $70 a share to get to equity stake. But yeah, there's no real timeline on when they're paying that. So obviously, if you buy in now, you won't be diluted that much, because obviously Nvidia will have to buy at premium. But yeah, they could do that in 2, 3, 4 years time. I don't know the exact length of time that they have these options to buy IRN at $70 a share. But yeah, if IRN's selling that for $200 in 3 years time, Nvidia can buy in for 70, and then you're getting a not only dilution, but you're getting dilution when at a lower price. So not so much of a big issue if you're buying in these prices, because you're still pre dilution price. But yeah, it's no one likes to be diluted. But if the strategic partnership works well, where they can get outsized returns from all of the GPUs, I know they just acquired the software side, so they can kind of compete with Nebius, just because Nebius have a better software suite. So yeah, And then, I haven't got Palantir yet, but Palantir is starting to look attractive again. Now, if it was around $120 a share, I would be a lot more inclined to get it. I was looking at Palantir, when we had the tariff sell off, and it went all the way down to like $70 a share. I was really tempted, but no, I didn't. And then it just ran all up to 200, and I was like, oh, I could, but it is what it is. You can't tell me all right. Another one I'm looking at, SoFi. I did have SoFi in my invest account, but I did have to sell SoFi for a loss, just because I bought it before my house offer on my house being accepted, and yeah, I needed the cash for a survey and other bits and bobs, so I had to sell SoFi for a loss, and it's actually worked out in my favor because where did I sell? I sold around, I think I sold around here, so about $16.50 a share, and it's actually now lower than when I sold. So yeah, I'm now looking at SoFi as a potential buyback in. Also, Meta is one of the undervalued plays. It's kind of in the same boat as Microsoft for me, where we can see the valuation increase just from EPS growth, but also if people start to become more confident in the company, we can start to see a PE growth as well. So that's when you're getting the two levers going up. So yeah, in the next 12 months, we could see Meta, if earnings goes well and they're not wasting money, because they have been known to waste money in the past on like the metaverse. If all of these 100 billion investments into these data centers do pay off, then yeah, I could see Meta going to $1,000 a share, in the next 18 months. So yeah, Meta's one I'm also looking at buying. So yeah, if we go into my portfolio, £161,000. We're nearly at all-time high. I know it doesn't say it here. It says 160 here, but I did hit 164 briefly. That was when Tesla was, near an all-time highs. And then because I've allocated more money in, due to the, when the war in Iran, ISA reset, Tesla's nowhere close to being at all-time highs again. It's only at 427 compared to, I think it was at, where did it get to? We got to about 480, 490. So yeah, I'll be well over all-time highs if Tesla gets back towards all-time highs. But yeah, I will preface that by saying I have added another 14,000 this tax year into my stocks and ISA. I did add another £1,500 just to add to my IRM position, and yeah, I did sell my Microsoft position. Two things I haven't talked about is Robinhood. Yes, they're still up 50%, 58%, but yeah, there's still a massive, question mark of all of the software companies, whether or not they can be replaced with AI. I do think Robinhood's, moat is good. It's going to be a lot, I feel people are very sticky when it comes to what investment platform they use. So there has to be a really good offering to get them to switch. It's a case of me with Train 212. I would only switch over to Robinhood because I know they've now just got their ISA in the UK. If they did the same thing where they did like last year when Tesla was having their shareholder vote and they were trying to entice people over and they were saying we'll give you 2%, bonus on your Tesla shares if you bring them over to our platform. So yeah, if they offer that for their ISA, then that's I would move over for that because that's like $3,000. But yeah, I'm really happy with Trading 212. I can't say a thing wrong about them. So for now, I'm staying with Trading 212. I will open a Robinhood account, just maybe start from scratch. Now, if you guys are interested, what I would do if I was starting from scratch, what I'd be buying, it'd probably be IRN, Nebius, Meta, SoFi, probably Palantir as well. I'm kind of hoping it'll go a bit more, maybe at least to 120. But yeah, so another one I haven't spoke about is Nebius. That's a relatively new position over the past week. I did, add around, it was after the initial jump. I did around the 173, 171, and then obviously it did continue to skyrocket, and we have seen a nice pullback. If my position does go negative, I will continue to add to Nebius because I kind of think either IRN or Nebius they're going to be successful. Well, they both can be successful, but they're kind of doing different sides of the same problem. So I'm just hedging my bets. I think both companies will do well in the future. It doesn't hurt to have both bases covered. I know they're still very small positions, obviously compared to Tesla. Tesla 155,000, IRN 4,000. That is getting up there now. Robinhood 1,000, and Nebius Group 400. I only have $6,000 remaining, so a lot of these buys will be happening in my invest account after I use up all my ISA allowance. With the remaining $6,000, I was initially planning on just getting Microsoft with it, getting Tesla up to 500 shares, then getting Microsoft. Now I've kind of changed that to smaller caps, just looking for that explosive growth. So yeah, with the rest of $6,000, I'm still want to get Tesla up to 500. Yes, that's my OCD. I'll get IRN up to 100 OCD, and then Nebius, depending on how much I can buy, maybe Robinhood up to 25. Just I like having nice share count numbers. So yeah, what does that mean for my allocation? Tesla has come down to 96.43%. Now I expect it by the ICE year to be over, probably below 95, maybe below 94%. IRN 2.63%, Robinhood 0.7%, and Nebius 0.24%. Now Nebius is a new position, so that's expected to be low. IRN is still building. That's shot up because I've pretty much doubled my position in IRN. Yeah, investment value £161,000. So yeah, we're near an all-time highs. I know it says technically it's at an all-time high. But yeah, my all-time high in this account was £164,000. I don't think I can show it because it was more than 3 months ago. I was hitting it, but yeah, rate of return on the 1 year 49.2%, on the 1 week 9.3%, on the month 23.3%. On the 3 month, I'm actually up now. I was down before, now I'm up 5.4%. Year to date, I'm still down 4.2%. Even though I am higher, but that's because I added £14,000 of new money. So if you ignore the new money going in, I would be down on my positions. 49.2% year, and then 109.2% rate of return, which is not too bad. 112,000 net deposits, £161,000. I had some of you asking, how have you got such a high balance at a young age? I will preface this that I was given a lump sum when I first started at 18. That mainly came from money that I'd saved, inheritances, from great grandparents. I think that's and then since then the rest of it has just been from max amount ISA each year, just being religiously putting into my ISA each year. And yeah, as you guys can see, I've put in 14,000 this tax year already. I'm looking to max that. I could max it within the next 3 months, maybe 2.5 months. But I might space it out just to give you guys more content throughout the year in terms of what's my buying looking like. Because if I just do it all in the next 2 months, what my portfolio is changing. It doesn't really change. It kind of dries up the content a bit. So let me guys know what you think. If you guys think I should just max out the ISA, then just start again from scratch